What does it actually feel like to be the most followed human on planet Earth? 670 million people watching your every move, a $1 billion empire, and a past so poor it's hard to believe it's the same man. Let's find out. Ronaldo is famous for waking up early, often before 6 in the morning, and structuring his entire day around training, recovery, and rest rather than luxury. He reportedly breaks his sleep into shorter intervals throughout the day instead of one long stretch at night, a method some sports scientists believe keeps him sharper and more recovered across a demanding schedule. His training regimen blends high-intensity gym work, explosive sprint drills, and heavy recovery practices like cryotherapy chambers and ice baths, and it's widely considered one of the biggest reasons he's still performing at an elite level well into his 40s, an age where almost every other footballer in history has long since retired. His diet is just as ruthless. Lean proteins like grilled chicken and fish, vegetables, olive oil, and virtually no processed sugar or alcohol make up the bulk of what he eats. Rather than 3 large meals a day, he reportedly eats 5 to 6 smaller ones, keeping his energy and metabolism steady around the clock instead of spiking and crashing. Teammates over the years have described him as almost monk-like in his consistency. No late nights, no shortcuts, the same disciplined habits repeated every single day for over 20 years. If you're looking for the real secret behind the mansions and the supercars, it's not the money. It's this relentless, almost boring consistency that most people simply aren't willing to sustain. Now, the part everyone's been waiting for, the cars. Ronaldo's collection is estimated at somewhere between $25 and $30 million, and depending on which outlet you ask, some estimates push the total value of his garage even higher once you count every limited edition he's picked up over the years. The absolute crown jewel is his Bugatti 110, one of only 10 ever manufactured on the planet, valued at close to $9 million by itself. He also owns a Bugatti Chiron, a Rolls-Royce Dawn, and a rotating lineup of Ferraris and Lamborghinis that would make most car dealerships jealous, plus a custom-modified Mercedes AMG that turned heads when it was spotted publicly. And here's the detail that really puts it in perspective. Ronaldo has openly admitted he doesn't actually know the exact number of cars he owns. When your collection gets that deep, you stop counting and start just enjoying it. If cars are impressive, then let's talk about the way Ronaldo actually gets around the world, because even his private jet has its own upgrade history. For years, he flew on a Gulfstream G200, a jet worth around $20 to $24 million, kitted out with a lounge area, a 3-seater divan that folded into a bed, and enough range to cover about 3,900 miles, perfect for hopping around Europe with his family. But once he signed with Al Nassr and started splitting his life between Saudi Arabia, Portugal, and Spain, that jet just wasn't enough anymore. So in 2025, he upgraded to a Gulfstream G65, reportedly worth around $75 million, one of the most advanced long-range business jets in the world, capable of flying at speeds over 600 miles an hour. This thing seats up to 19 passengers with sleeping space for 10 of them, an electric oven, a microwave, a fridge, Wi-Fi, and a full multimedia system on board. It's also fully customized. An all-black exterior with his CR7 initials and a silhouette of his iconic Sioux celebration pose painted right on the fuselage, so there's zero doubt whose plane just landed. And here's a detail fans love. The jet reportedly has a dedicated closet built specifically for Georgina Rodriguez's designer wardrobe, so the family can travel without ever having to compromise on style. Basically, when Ronaldo flies, it's less like boarding a plane and more like stepping into a 5-star hotel suite that happens to be airborne. Now let's head out to open water, because Ronaldo's toys don't stop on land or in the sky. Back in 2020, right after Juventus clinched the Serie A title, he treated himself to a custom-built Azimut Grande super yacht, reportedly worth somewhere between $5 and $7.5 million depending on the source. The vessel stretches 88 feet, or about 27 meters, and comes with 5 luxury cabins, 6 bathrooms, multiple lounge areas, a full dining room, and a sleek modern kitchen, all wrapped in floor-to-ceiling windows, so the Mediterranean views are never out of sight. It's reportedly named Mondongo, and unlike some celebrities who charter their yachts out when they're not using them, Ronaldo keeps his strictly private. Just him, Georgina, the kids, and close friends, cruising between destinations like Mallorca, Monaco, and the Italian coastline during the off-season. Fans have caught glimpses of life on board through Georgina's Instagram over the years. Everything from family swim days to Ronaldo cooling off in a hot tub on deck. And in classic Ronaldo fashion, even his vacations stay disciplined. He's been photographed keeping an exercise bike right there on the yacht deck, making sure a few weeks of sun and sea never turn into a few weeks off from training. Ronaldo's property portfolio is estimated at more than $90 million, spread across 8 to 10 homes on 3 separate continents. The headline property is a sprawling mansion in Cascais, Portugal, which reportedly sat under construction for years before finally being completed, featuring indoor and outdoor swimming pools, a private cinema room, a full home gym, and a garage built to hold up to 30 cars at once. He also owns a striking 7-story mansion overlooking the harbor in his home city of Funchal, Madeira, a nod back to where it all began. Beyond Portugal, his holdings stretch to Madrid and Marbella in Spain, Turin in Italy from his Juventus days, and Cheshire in England from his years at Manchester United. These days, his primary residence is a private, heavily secured compound in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, where he currently plays for Al Nassr, though he said publicly that the Cascais mansion in Portugal is meant to be his forever home, the place he'll eventually retire to once his playing career is finally over. Think about that for a second. This is a man with homes waiting for him on 3 different continents, each one a monument to a different chapter of a career that spanned more than 2 decades at the very top.